Good morning, seventh graders. It's Mrs. McCaskey coming to you from my kitten room, my foster kitten. So this little one that's right here, this is Finn. So today we're going to go over your work that you did yesterday. So yesterday your work was the review exercises. So go ahead and get that opened. You should be inside your classwork opening up this preposition. So if you need to, you can pause me while you open that up. All right, so let's take a look here. Yesterday, you needed to do this review exercise. It says Wednesday's work to highlight the prepositional phrases. So if you haven't done that, maybe pause, do it, and then come back and check your answers. So here are the answers, and I highlighted the prepositional phrases. They start with a preposition, and they end with the object of the preposition. So right here, number one, by spring vacation is our prepositional phrase, and vacation is underlined because it is the object of the phrase. Number two, from their fundraiser is the preposition, and fundraiser is our object, so it's underlined. To the fund is the next one, and fund is the object of the preposition. And for Mrs. McCaskey's kittens is the prepositional phrase, and kittens is the object of the preposition. All right, let's continue on here. Let's go to number 4. So just checking yours as we go along. Actually, I think we're on number 3. At the fundraiser, raiser is your object. Under great pressure is your object. And on time, and time is your object. All right, so checking each one of yours as we go through. Okay, so let's look at number 4. It says, despite our efforts, we had not reached our goal of $5,000. Of $5,000 is the prepositional phrase, and dollars is your object. Number 5, without another auction is your preposition. Auction is your object. With cat litter is your phrase, and litter is your object. And for a lifetime is your third one, and lifetime is your object. All right, number 6. We decided that Mrs. McCaskey would have to collect pop cans for another 10 years. For another 10 years is your phrase, and years is your object. Let's look at number 7. Throughout the entire school year is the phrase. It starts with the preposition throughout. It ends with the object year. Number 8, during the last 2 weeks. Weeks is your object, and during is your preposition. And for her kittens, for is your object, and kittens is your, for is your preposition, and kittens is your object. Number 9, out the door. Out is your preposition, and door is your object. And number 10, in one house. And in is your preposition, and house is your object. You'll notice things like to throw and to foster. Those are not prepositions, even though it has the word to in it. Those are infinitives, so those will not count. All right, let's continue on. Let's look at your composing here. All right, so you needed to start a sentence with a prepositional phrase. It says, the boys went outside to build a snow fort. So it could be, in the snowstorm, the boys went outside to build a snow fort. Number 2 says, change the following sentence to include 2 prepositional phrases back to back. We've already got one in here. Snowballs flew across the yard towards my face. That's not a good thing. And number 3, a prepositional phrase that contains the word snow as the object. We played outside in the snow. In the snow is my prepositional phrase, and snow is my object. All right, number 4 says to write a sentence about snow that contains 3 prepositional phrases. Every time it snows, I hope for a snow day so I can throw snowballs at my sister and go sledding down the hill behind my house. This one actually has 4. So for a snow day is 1. So I could go through and just highlight each one of these. Down the hill is another one. Behind my house is another one. And hopefully you're seeing my third one that I skipped over. Or my fourth one, sorry. At my sister is the other one. All right, so you should have checked yours to see how you were doing. And now we're going to get into today's work. All right, so today's work, it's right down here. So if you scroll down, it says Thursday, and mine went on to the next page, and it says wipeout. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch this wipeout clip right here, and then you're going to write about it using prepositional phrases. So right now, you're going to watch that wipeout clip, and then you're going to write about it. So let's watch this wipeout clip. It's super fun.
Now Robert's ready for liftoff. Oh, nice! You look like the gingerbread man. Look, flip as fast as you can. You can't catch him. He's the gingerbread man. Hey, if he's the gingerbread man, that must make his wife the big bad wolf. Wrong nursery rhyme, but that's the right idea, Johnny.
Where's the best place? Where's the best place?
Looks like he's calling his shot here. The Babe Ruth of the wipeout zone, if you will. That has got to be the hardest fall we've seen on the spinner. Wow, like Robert Duff, John Curtis now having a difficult time battling that foam while Curtis makes his way back. Let's take another look at that spinner fall in real time. It's like batting practice for the spinner. They all seem to be taking a beating from the gyrating arm. But it's the Terminator who gets terminated. Show me that again, Johnny. The sweeper arm uses the Terminator as scrap metal. I know now why you cry. Here comes the motivator. Wow! Oh, that was graphic. Man, that motivated me. I'm motivated to watch that again and again for the rest of my life. I feel like I'm watching a ride at Dollywood.
I think I'm done.
No!
Guys, it looks like Monty's calling it quits, but you know what? She was a really great sport.
Look at that. Spectacular. Well, it's better to have had Vontae and lost than never to have had Vontae at all. Let's see if the all-new hurdles have any effect on that perpetually good-natured grin. Oh! Takes one to the happy face and still smiling. My goodness, Johnny, these hurdles are brutal. I mean, she's taking it like a champ, but it's punishing with a gut. Johnny, a beating. Oh my God! Yikes! Vicky with a full-on backbend, and John, if you take a closer look, even as she's wiping out, she turns her frown upside down. Hey! I guess that's what he was talking about. If that's better, I'm afraid to know what's worse. The bigger betters bagged the bigger bows, but the baby betters isn't bitter because bigger betters got beat better. Way better. That was sweet indeed. Daughter better, best daddy better. This does not look good. Oh, it looks great! Wow, W-O-W. Paul might be turning into a dud, but Jen Hansen just emerged as a beautiful wipeout butterfly, John. Yeah, she's like a gymnast wrapped in an acrobat who swallowed a stuntman. Once again, it's up to Jen to step up in this relationship. Bouncing along marvelously. Oh, so close! My thoughts exactly, Jill. Jen is turning this into a speed date. And now Jen's going to put her best athlete's foot forward. Goodnessly roly-poly, spinning and the splatting. Jen Hansen came here looking for an athlete, and she found one in herself. Please choose operating room 1, 2, or 3. Oh, that'll put her under. John, she should not have chosen number 2. She was hammered by, a giant hammer. Now it's Heather's turn on the big balls.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
Oh, wow!
That was awesome.
Man, it's even more awesome than super slow-mo. Wow, she says she'll have a headache tonight. She'll mean it.
Come on, baby.
I want to do boy.
Throughout time, engineers have built the Taj Mahal, the Great Wall of China, the Grand Canyon, and now the Smack Wall. Oh. Oh. Go, go, go! Stop, stop! Ouch! The beauty is in the design. 2 sweeper arms here and here make the contestant look here, when they really should be looking here. That's not all. Then they get up and do the same thing all over again.
Start over!
Oh! She could go! Into the switch. Oh! The smack wall is a miracle of modern engineering, John.
All right, so you should have enjoyed watching those clips. They're super fun to watch. And now your job is going to be to write. Now that you have watched those clips, you need to write about it. It says to just simply use some of the obstacle names like the spinner wheel, the sweeper, the smack wall, motivator, hurdles, and you can, start it off with, and we're back. Welcome to Wipeout, and just kind of continue that scene. So right now I could write mine, and I'll give you just a second. Go ahead and write yours. See you back here. All right, so here's mine. The contestant ran toward the smack wall. Looking at the sweeper arms, she didn't pay attention to the panels in front of her. Bam! She was hit in the face and fell down into the muddy water. So looking right here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prepositional phrases, and it says to add in some action verbs, which is right here, and maybe an onomatopoeia or personification. I added in bam for my onomatopoeia, and my action ran and hit and looking. So lots of those in there. All right. So your job was to just write a little action scene. Now you have a quiz tomorrow. So what I want you to do for your quiz, right down here, there's a link. And if this link isn't working, you can try the link. You should have the same one inside your Google Classroom from your teacher. Play quizzes. Practice, practice, practice. Tomorrow, you're going to have 2 things with your quiz. 1, you'll have a quiz. It'll be on a Google form, which means it's multiple choice. And second, you're going to have a writing piece that you need to complete and turn in using prepositional phrases in complete sentences. Because remember, our prepositional phrases help to vary our sentences and make them more fluent. All right, guys, have fun. See you tomorrow.